When I was in my 20s, these much older men would hit on me. It was inconceivable to me why these men would hit on someone who clearly didn't have his shit together. Well, I still don't have my shit together. There had been various periods where my shit was at least organized in somewhat accessible hubs of clarity. They just needed somebody else's touch to pull it all together. Like that half a couple who hit on me in a bowling alley when I was far too inexperienced to understand that being handed a business card was a move played long before apps to lure in sexual prey. Like that guy who paid for my dinner with a gold card that flashed before my poor eyes, before taking me to a home I could never afford and wanting the full commitment after one three-course meal. Like that guy who would invite me to his fancy dinner parties full of successful couples who don't worry about paying the rent and buying groceries, and instead enjoy an aperitif before grilled salmon and roasted balsamic baby carrots, followed by vanilla creme brulee. I am so very far away from having it all together. Yet here I am, at 43, single, employed, but barely getting by, and I'm tired. I'm tired of being a side piece for men who already have everything I want, stability and a life partner. I'm tired of falling for every handsome face and not thinking I'm worthy because I'm fat and barely thriving. I'm tired of these 20-somethings calling me daddy when I need one of my own. I suppose need is not the right verb. It is probably the simplistic want, a simple verb that's unusually hard for me to embrace. Want is admitting weakness. Want is an indication of still not being satisfied. Want is a four-letter word that haunts me. It is the dominant verb in my psyche. It is the usurper of my energy when it should be the spark that moves me toward value that is not dependent on stimulus checks and unemployment back pay. I should have called. I should have let the house I dream about become my dwelling. I should have engaged more at the dinner parties where I let my inner monologue convince me I didn't belong among the elite, whose couches cost more than my monthly rent, whose private theater rooms are my idea of paradise, whose stability depresses me when I have to juggle streaming services and only buy groceries on sale. I used to judge these older men who are probably my age now. At whatever stage toward middle age I'm in right now, I've definitely changed categories. I was never a twink, those illustrious ideals, young and opportunistic. I was never a cub, and don't call me a bear. I'm in this unfortunate category all its own. Fat 43-year-old seeking a sugar daddy. Yet that's not really what I'm seeking. That's too much of a commitment. I can't give of myself for stability. I can't use people for pay. I can't survive another day barely thriving. So anyway, I'm sorry for leaving you this long message, but I just wanted to say it was nice meeting you. Thank you for dinner. Call me